when you move from independent individual to a dependent individual, it's not a good sign.
I like that.
Relationship should move from dependency, infancy, all right, to independence, all right, where you become an adult of your own, make your own judgment, make your own calls, and then when you meet someone, it's now moving to interdependence, where you rely on each other's strength.
Hi there, thank you for joining us. I am Chidi Akunna.
And I am Victor Akunna.
If you're watching us for the first time on our YouTube channel, Foundation for Family Affairs, I would like to say thank you for joining us. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the bell next to it so you're notified when we drop our content. And to every returning subscriber, I would like to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you for engaging with us again and again. You make it worth the while.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. So at Foundation for Family Affairs, our mission is to connect hearts and raise healthy families. So we're very big on the state of the individuals in the family. And it borders a lot on what we'll be talking about today. The topic we have for you today is 7 signs of a draining relationship. And like I always like to say, of what use is it that we're together and we're not happy? Okay, relationships should be enjoyed. 7 signs of a draining relationship. So at this point, I would like to just prompt you to share this with your friends, people in your contact, who you think this might help. Okay, every relationship can be salvaged. Every problem in a relationship can be solved with the right information. 7 signs that you're in a draining relationship. So what's a draining relationship? It's that relationship where one or both parties feel like they're being sapped of energy, they're being sapped of productivity. Okay, they're there and it's like they're emotionally drained. I'll use the word again. Yeah, you want to say something?
Well, basically, there are different reasons why being in such a relationship is not good for you. It's not good for your mental health.
Yes.
It's not good for your personal development.
Yes.
There are relationships that stifle your progress. There are relationships that make you feel small, that make you feel like, that does not give you the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. That's one weak thing. That's one terrible thing about draining relationship. It drains out the life force in you. It drains down the energy with which you used to pursue your big goals. Everybody should have a big goal. Most people have big goals. But to accomplish your goals, you need specific level of energy, specific level of intensity. So that if you have a relationship that drains you of that life force, it's something that you need to look into. Or that anytime you think about that relationship, your reaction is not wow, you're excited, you want to see the person. No, that's a sign that you're in a draining relationship. It's not good for your mental health at all.
Yes, every relationship should improve you.
Okay,
so this is just for some persons might be in this kind of relationship and not even realize that it's draining you, it's killing you. Not until you wake yourself up. Okay, so we're putting out some points there. You need to review these points. Okay, and these are some topics for discussion. You can have this topic, you can raise it with your significant other and say, this is how I feel about this. Okay, because when spouses or people in a relationship review things, there's the tendency for improvement. There's the likelihood that things would improve.
Absolutely. Now, does this apply to married couples?
Of course it does. Exactly. It does, and it's even more painful.
Fantastic.
Okay, because sometimes, and this is where you see some couples just resign. Some people divorce because of this. Okay, but here we're telling you that there are solutions.
Absolutely.
You can talk about these things. You can review things. Okay, make it a point of duty to review, assess the relationship from time to time, and talk about how you feel about things in the relationship.
Talk about how you feel, and if you need help that you cannot get within yourself, reach out to us and we'll be able to organize a way to help you out. All right, so our goal is to raise healthy families. A dysfunctional relationship, a draining relationship cannot produce a healthy family. So that's one of our missions. So that's why we're sharing this.
Okay, first point. You feel like you can't be yourself in the relationship. Okay, it must be very, very stressful, really, for you to be in a relationship. You can't express yourself. You can't laugh like you would. You can't share your ideas. You can't just be you. Okay, you have to always put up a front. You have to always act like you're there to impress the other person. Okay, that's really draining, because at the end of the day, if you'll be truthful to yourself, look yourself in the mirror, you will tell yourself, this is not you. You're becoming somebody else.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, one of the reasons why that is so horrible or that's so bad when you're in a relationship where you can't be yourself, because see, sometimes there's a way you sleep on your bed and you're going to have a neck pain. You're going to feel when you wake up. Why? Because you slept in a way that your body was not designed to lay. That's why you feel pain. That pain is to give you a signal, to give you a warning not to sleep like that next time. So if you're in a relationship where you are not functioning the way you be originally designed to function as an individual, you're not releasing your talent, you're not speaking your truth, you can't be yourself, you're not being your best version of yourself, you have to constantly minimize because of the other person's ego or because of their reaction.
Yes.
After a while, you're going to be feeling emotional pain. That emotional pain is to give you signal, to tell you, hey girl, hey man, think about this. Are you in the right relationship? This is becoming toxic for you. And so it's to call your attention to something. Pain sometimes to call our attention to say, step on the brake, reevaluate what you are doing together and see how you want to improve things or how you want to part ways if you are dating. But if you are married, you want to look at how do we want to view things. If you are in a relationship that you are constantly fearing for your life, that's serious. That's a serious one. That's a signal as well.
Yes, red sign. Okay, so another point you should consider is if you constantly feel like after speaking with a person, you lose a part of yourself. Okay, it's really sad, this one, because in that case you're often careful about what you share, okay, what you say to this person. Okay, in essence, this person just strips you of your esteem. Okay, but relationships really should boost you. When you see people who are in love, okay, especially new lovebirds, okay, there's something that makes them feel like they can take the world. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, I mean, it's not peculiar to just new lovebirds, but I just use that as an example. That's what a relationship should be, really. Okay, so if you're in this relationship and you feel that every time I express myself, I feel like I'm losing a part of myself, this person makes me feel really small, this person makes me feel like I don't have much to contribute, or keeps comparing me with some other person, then I need to be looking into things in that relationship. Okay?
Yeah, this sounds slightly similar to the first point, but the thing, one of the ways to differentiate this is this. There are ladies or guys that you see while they were single, they were really vibrant, they were enterprising, they were out there crushing their goals, fulfilling purpose, and then when they get married, you just wonder, how come that lady there's something off about her? She's just different. You know, she's now little goals, she's intimidated, she's second guessing herself, she's asking herself, can I really do this? The guy is asking, can I really do this? So they become practically a shadow of themselves. Basically what we're trying to say is that when you lose a part of yourself, that identity, that sense of identity, you don't really know who you are anymore. And so anything you want to do, you want to double check with the person, it's no longer that vibrant individual, that energetic individual. No. You're probably in a draining relationship. Because when you move from independent individual to a dependent individual, it's not a good sign.
I like that.
Relationship should move from dependency, infancy, all right, so independence, all right, where you become an adult of your own, make your own judgment, make your own calls, and then when you meet someone, it's now moving to interdependence, where you rely on each other's strength, okay, to forge a new reality. So, but when you find yourself that you are now moving backward, to moving from independence to dependency, where you can't even think for yourself anymore, it's not a very good sign. Yeah.
I like the point you raised. Though if I have to expand on that, will take all the time. No, but I just love it. Yes, we should be going forward.
You should be going forward.
I shouldn't just abandon my own responsibility because I'm in a relationship. Brilliant. Okay, so the next point would be that you keep talking about the same issue without improvement. You keep raising the same issue, you talk about it again. Sometimes the person even says to you, oh, I'll do better, I'll do better, I'll do better. You never see improvement. Okay, why is this so dangerous? You could get to the point where you start resenting the other person. Okay, and resentment is not good for anyone because it just gets you to that point where you become bitter.
Yes.
Okay, and not good for your self-esteem. Remember, we're talking about healthy relationships. Healthy relationships. So that issue keeps recurring, and there's no solution in sight.
There's nothing as horrible as when you're trying to help somebody that everything you've given to the person is never enough. All right, you give advice to the person, you give advice to the person, you try to help the person. For example, if you are married or you are in a relationship with a guy that is a loafer, that wouldn't pull their weight. All right, you help them to get jobs, they go on there and they mess things up, they insult and they are fired again, and then they come up with a narrative, people hate me, people don't get along, I don't know what the problem is. So it's understandable if it happens once, but if it happens not regularly, you know that the person has a problem. If Mr. A, if Bob has a problem with Ken, Adam, Sandra, and these people don't know each other, we need to have a good look at Bob. All right, Bob might be the problem. All right, so instead of having this narrative that people are nasty, people are hateful, Bob should take a good look at the mirror. All right, so if you are in a relationship with someone that everything you've done to help them get on their feet, everything you've done, and they refuse to stand on their feet because they like that help me kind of learned helplessness. That's what it's called. Where they've developed learned helplessness, where they just want to be rescued all the time. You are in a draining relationship because there is nothing you can do to change another human being. You will always be having that hope. Maybe this offer will be the one that will change the thing. Maybe if I help, maybe if I push, maybe if I talk more, maybe if I recommend him to this person, you end up burning all your social capital.
Exactly.
Yeah, because people like that, they don't want to be helped. Some people don't want to be helped. They enjoy the state. All right, some people enjoy the state of being needy because it gives them attention. You need to differentiate when you are dealing with someone like that and when you are dealing with someone that actually needs help.
Yes, I know a young lady who said that it's just brilliant that you touched on that. Okay, she kept recommending this young guy to everyone in her network, and she was losing relationships, burning her social capital. Okay, because he would go there, mess up, and then it was on her because you referred him to us.
Yes, there is a local proverb that says that the sibling of a mad person is the one that is ashamed, not the mad person.
Yes.
All right, because the mad person doesn't really care about her reputation.
Yes.
It's the sibling or the relationship of the person who is, what I mean, that is the person that is that goes with the shame. Yeah.
Okay. So, and it depends on the issue here. So what we're trying to say, don't forget, we're also encouraging our viewers to think solution. Okay. If one of the things we're talking about affects your relationship, then you need to be thinking about what can I do? Okay. And yes, there are cases like the one we've just shared that are really, really bad. And what might help such situation might be separation. Talking about relationship, not marriage. Okay. You probably call some time out and then see if this person is ready to make amends. Okay, before.
If that doesn't work, send us an email at info@Foundation for Family Affairs and let's look at the uniqueness of your case, because we can only speak generally because every situation is different, every relationship is different, every marriage is unique. So send us an email, let's have a chat and let's see how we can be of help.
Okay, so the next point we'll be considering, this person dumps on you. Okay, and when we say that, the person more or less makes you a therapist. Okay, now hang on, I know what you're thinking about, because some people they'll be thinking, but that's why we're in a relationship. I should be able to run to him when I have my own concerns. I should be able to run to him when there's problem. He should be the first person I think about. Okay, but in this case, it's excessive. Okay, and the downside of it too is that this person keeps encouraging, playing the role of the therapist, but you just refuse to be encouraged. You refuse to take the lessons. Okay, he keeps giving, but you're not taking it on board. There's no improvement. We can't see any sign that, and there's no reflection of wanting to change. Okay, so in that case, you're draining that relationship. Okay, just imagine if that were you and you have to keep playing the therapist, you're talking to somebody, I think you need to do this. Because let me give you an example. You have a friend who keeps hurting you, okay, keeps doing something that is not good and affects you, and you go talk to the person you're in a relationship about this, and the person advises you on what to do, and you don't do that, but you keep complaining and complaining and complaining. You're draining that person, you're draining the relationship, because at some point the person might just feel so choked and say, oh, okay, I think I've had enough.
Yeah, even if now dumping on people might not be necessarily bad if it's once in a while. All right, so I mean, I should be in a relationship where I can feel like I can share my burden at work, you know, talk about my level of workload, talk about my challenges with my manager, talk about, it's normal. All right, but when you notice that this person is doing it because they want attention, you know, dumping all the negative, because that can be selfish, all the negative, you know, situation, all the negative energy on you, without even asking how are you doing. All right, that's the borderline. All right, so if every time I'm dumping on her, every time you see me, oh, whoa me, oh, you need to see what happened today, oh, this. What you don't realize is that you are draining your partner of positive energy.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a level of dumping that is healthy, all right, for vulnerability, for intimacy, for people, you know, when you share your innermost thoughts, you build intimacy with the person. But when it becomes excessive, that's why I like the word you use. Yes. We're qualifying it now. When it becomes excessive, that the problem is that you are a negative person and you just keep dumping on that person, dumping on that person. That after that time, the person doesn't even have any energy to do anything productive. That is becoming abusive.
Yes.
That's becoming draining.
Yes.
All right, so if you're the kind of relationship that keeps dumping negative energy, it's difficult. It's difficult. What I can do is to point you in the right direction. But when you notice that the person is just, you know, finds problem with everybody in that circle. Oh, this person is negative. This person does this. That person did this. That person did this. And everybody in your network, your siblings, your family, your friends, they all have something wrong with them.
By you.
But you. It's high time I move in the opposite direction. Yeah, because you're becoming draining. You have to create boundaries.
Yeah, it just ups your productivity. Okay, so the next point we have for you here is that this person criticizes you for every little error. Okay, when we talk about criticism, when we're not talking about constructive criticism now. Yeah. Okay, it's just picking on every little mistake you make, every little fault. Can you imagine that happening? Because even in the workplace, if that happens, you kind of lose your confidence in work.
Yes.
And your productivity will drop. So sometimes we excuse these things because it's a relationship. It's social. There's nothing. There's no assessment to it. Okay, so it's just us, right? So we kind of excuse these things. But just imagine that it was a colleague at work doing that. Okay, it would affect you because it's like, oh, I give this to my line manager, and then all he does is, oh, you always do this, you always make these mistakes, and oh, I've corrected this before, and this and that. You know, it could affect you. So just imagine that in real life relationship, it has the same effect.
You know, it's hard when that is coming from somebody you profess to love.
Yes.
That you've given access into your life, and the person is using every opportunity to criticize everything you're doing. You know, if you look at it this way, if you see children that were harshly criticized, there is one trace, one thing you always see, no matter the child, unless those have a very tough skin, it's always self-judgment, self-hate. There's nothing they do that they will feel like they've done. They will always be trying. That's why a lot of them burn out. They're trying to please everybody. Because they never received assurance from father or from mother. They're always trying to please people, overpromise, and at the end of the day, they are carrying everybody's load. But they don't have time for themselves. They don't have time for me time. They don't have time to celebrate themselves. No matter what, sometimes when you give them compliments, they never think that you are genuine. And that's how damning that they are. Their view of the world has been distorted because of how they were raised. Alright, so if you have a spouse that's constantly criticizing every little thing, this is how, you know, that's one of the reasons why people are unable to grow emotionally, because you are concerned. Oh, I don't want to make mistakes. And when you don't make mistakes, you don't learn, you don't grow. The other part is when people constantly blame their partner. You blame anything that goes wrong. Oh, it's because of you. Oh, it's because of you that you don't do this. You blame, but you will never accept any form of responsibility for the situation. All right? That relationship is draining. It's draining.
Okay. All right. So the next point is that you intensely long for me time. Okay, intensely. Okay, now me time is great. Hey, we advocate for that. All right, you need that time to find yourself. Okay, because richer me, richer relationship.
Yes.
Richer me, richer us.
Healthy
okay?
me, healthy us.
Exactly. Better me, better us.
Absolutely.
So you just need that time.
Absolutely.
Okay, because me time is that point where you can distress, that point where you can detox. Yes, all those negative emotions that you feel because you're stressed. Okay, you can just let them out. All right, but when you intensely crave for that, all right, you're with this person, but you never want to be with this person. Okay, you just want that time to yourself. Okay, it's like you see the person coming and you're like, oh, not again, not again. All right, so it's funny. Okay, that we're saying this, we might think that it's so how but it's sad when you see people who are in relationships like this. And sometimes it's just that thing of they feel if I leave this relationship, there'll be no one else. So they just have to put up with things like this. No, you shouldn't be putting up with things like that. Okay, because you do not realize that at the end of the day you are affecting yourself. Do you know what it means for you to have self-esteem? Good self-esteem, like esteeming yourself to the value or in the right value.
Fantastic.
Right? It takes a lot. So we should get to that point where we guard it. Nobody should just come and think that it's okay to tear you down, rip you off things. Okay, so when you intensely crave to be on your own, then you need to be reviewing things.
Yep. So how I look at it is when you are looking for an opportunity to escape.
Yeah.
All right. So if the guy is going to work or traveling on a trip or she's traveling, you are happy, you are excited. Anytime they said, "Oh, I'm on my way home," there is certain gloom that comes on you. You're in a draining relationship. You don't look forward to it. So the me time is an opportunity for you to get back your sanity, for you to come back to reconnect with your true self, and every one of us should have me time, but when it's again excessive, all right, because you should enjoy the person you love. You should enjoy the company of the person you love. That's one thing I know, that when we're dating and I will have walked and returned back home late, and then I just get a call from her, the level of energy, even though I'm tired, the way the energy comes from, where it comes from, I don't know, but I just get excited and I start talking again for another 1 hour. Even more. Yes. So if you lose that kind of energy, it's not good. You're in a draining relation. Sometimes you might find yourself that you've logged out. You might not be able to escape. So, but you've logged out. You're in the same room, but we are worlds apart. You are creating other channels of communication with some other people, and you are building your own cocoon. All right, a bubble, while you are in the same space, but you are in different emotional states. Probably that will be a sign you're also in a draining relationship.
Okay, so another point you have for you: they micromanage you and other relationships. Sometimes other relationships, right? They micromanage you. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. They want to tell you what to be doing per time, per second, right? This is what you should be doing. You can't think for yourself. No, you have to take orders, right? And then it gets to that point where you start doubting yourself. So before you do anything, you want to check with them. Oh, do you think I've got this okay? They want to micromanage your relationships. Oh, you shouldn't be meeting with this person and that person and that person. Now, saying this, will be very cautious because there are times our loved ones see things that are in our blind spot.
Fantastic.
Okay, but that's not the case here. The case here is that it's just the domineering way it's being done.
Yes.
Okay, like you don't have that liberty to to assess the thing and reach a judgment as to what to do.
Sometimes it's because they are trying to cut you off from your support system. The people you've known all your life. All right, so they're trying to, why is that person in your life? Why is that? They're trying to minimize your communication with the people that can rescue you if there's danger. All right, if you check if you watch, one of the things I enjoy watching documentaries, and one thing I've realized that when a lion is trying to hunt, going after a prey, in a prey, particularly the ones in the head, first thing it does is to look out for the weakest link.
That's true.
Another thing it might do is to try to separate it from the head. Once it's separated, it's easy for it to be devoured. So if you have someone who is constantly criticizing all the people in your inner circle, criticizing your siblings, criticizing your mom, your dad, and they constantly knocking off, know that these people have, unless they are trying to protect you from some toxic family members, but you know that this issue is about power, it's about control. All right, so that they will be the only person that you constantly be in touch with. It might be that you're in a draining relationship. So when also they are trying to manage your life or trying to choose your career for you, the life decision that you have been doing, that you've excelled at before you met them, now you now become somebody that don't know what you're doing again. Now, come on. All right, so that maybe you are in a draining relationship that is draining you of your life force, that thing that makes you unique. Want to have a look at that?
Yes. Okay. So we've shared 7 points here that you can just consider. Feel free if you think we haven't shared a point you have in mind. Leave it in the comment section. Let's hear from you.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Yes, and feel free to share this with your friends, people in your contact. Okay, people you think might need this.
So if you want the one-to-one coaching with us, maybe you are in a draining relationship, or you feel that the spark in your relationship is gone or is going, and you've seen this before, maybe in your parents' relationship or in the parents' relationship of people close to you, and you don't want that to repeat itself, get in touch with us at info@foundationforfamilyaffairs.org, and let's start a conversation. Let's see how we can be of help. We are here to help you. We are here to improve you. We are here to help you build a healthy relationship, healthy family. That's our goal.
And if you look in the description box, you will see a link that leads you to our intro to our intimacy builder coaching program.
Yes.
Okay. If you fill that form, we would also meet you on the other side. All right. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the bell next to it so you're notified when we drop our content. All right. So until we come your way with something really interesting again, you take good care of yourself.
All right. Bye, guys.